Hi, welcome back to the channel. Let's talk about some more lead guitar ideas. We had two lessons. One was just a basic lesson, a 10-minute lesson on how to play lead guitar, and it just showed you a basic pentatonic scale. And starting with the 6th string, going across to the 1st string, the notes in sequence, I'm just going to call out the fret numbers, were 5, 8, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 8, 5, 8. My fingers outline a basic box pattern, is what they call it. There's 4 frets, 4 fingers, so just assign a finger a fret. And we talked about some things that you could do with that. In the song that we're going to be playing along with today, it's going to be in the key of E minor. And so that's going to take this same pattern, the fingering for it, but we're going to move it all the way up to the 12th fret. So you're going to feel like you're being fancy because you're so high up the neck. So it's the same pattern, but by moving it up, we change it from A minor up to E minor. Now, there's another lesson we did on the slidey G scale, the thing that allows you to move from position to position, and it sounded something like this. And there's a whole lesson on that. It goes into detail. I'm not going to go through all the fingerings on that one right now, so watch that video if you want. I'll try to, if I have the presence of mind after I make this, I'll try to put the link to it in the description. So we're going to use those 2 exercises, key of E minor today, and we're going to practice how to make your solos talk. Because now you know some patterns, but you need to put some life into the solos. Now there's some things that you can do to make your guitar, think of it as your voice. You're singing through your guitar. And a human voice has got a whole lot of different properties, and that's why we like to hear singing, because it's pleasing to our ear. Now, how do you make your guitar instead of just sounding like, okay, there's a note. Well, can you make that note wobble a little bit? Can you put some vibrato on it? And so you can take your finger, shake it. The way I'm shaking it, I put my thumb in the back here, and I kind of anchor off of this finger against the bottom of the neck, and I pull down just slightly. Notice how I kind of move my wrist like that. Now it sounds more like a voice. You can do slurs, and we call those hammer-ons and pull-offs. A hammer-on would be a note like, I'm going to finger this note here on the 7th fret, and then I'm going to tap the next note up on the same string. 4th string, 3rd string. So you could take your whole pentatonic scale and make it a series of hammer-ons. Very Allman Brothers sounding there. Since you're not picking each note, you're only picking once, your right hand will break a little bit. You can also do pull-offs. So in this case, I'm going to pull off with my 3rd finger. I can use my pinky there. So I just went down the scale, I just went up. I hammered on the way up, I pulled off on the way down. Okay, let's talk about another couple things you can do. You can scoop or slide up into a note. So let's say we can go, I start the 4th fret down, or the 4th fret on the 4th string, and I'm going to slide up to the 5th fret. I could also slide from the note above it. So you can slide up to the note, you can slide down. You can slide a whole fret, or excuse me, a whole step of 2 frets. You could slide up, you could even do like a whole octave. From an E down here on the 2nd fret all the way up to the 14th fret. That's an octave. That's called a glissando. So you can do all kinds of things to make your notes, how you enter into the beginning of the note. How you leave the note is also another thing you can do. You play the note, and it just fades out eventually. We talked about putting some vibrato on it. We can also slide out of the note. Or you could slide up. have a little bit of delay on there, a little bit of echo, and that sounds pretty cool when you do that. So you can enter into your notes that way. You can also do a sequence of notes. Let's take our pentatonic scale. We're going to go backwards. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a sequence. Let's say I'm going to go down 2 notes and up 1. I'm going to zigzag. So when you get it quicker. So all it is, go from G to E, or from 15 to 12, then 12 next string, then go back. That's going the other way. That's going up. I go up 2, back 1, up 2, down 1, up 2, down 1. You can make sequence of notes, make 5 in a row going up and come back 3. However complicated you want to make it, it's up to you. I can also double pick notes. That can make some pleasing effects. There's also something called making a rhythmic motif. You might use a rhythm like so I used a rhythm 4 times in a row, even though I was playing different notes, and it kind of connects my playing together. It makes it coherent. This ought to be like telling a story, and your story's got to make some sense. So by playing a rhythmic figure like that, okay, the listener, that goes in his ear, he hears it again. So you're telling him the story, and he's connecting to it and relating to it as you are playing it. So I'm going to play along with a backing track here. If you want to check this one out, now my channel is not monetized, so don't hit me with a copyright strike. I don't make any money off these. I do these just because I love playing guitar, and I love sharing the knowledge of what I have. And I want you to love playing guitar. So if you go to the guy's channel, it's called Elevated Jam Tracks. He's got 248,000 subscribers. That's awesome. And the piece is called Dark Atmospheric Ballad Guitar Backing Track Jam in E minor. So that's, again, the channel is Elevated Jam Track. So I'm going to go ahead and just hit the button. I'm just going to come here in the middle of this, and I'm going to listen to some chords for a little bit. I'm going to listen to how the chord progression goes. If you watch his video, he shows you the chords that are playing at the time if you want to play along with them for practicing playing rhythm. That's great. But all this is going to be in the key of E minor, and I can use the whole neck. But I'm going to just kind of narrate while I'm playing some of the things that I just showed you. Okay, let's do some vibrato first. Notice that slid. Another slide. Pull off. Hammer on it, a pull off. Let's do the sequence. Whoa, I messed that one up. Pull off. Let's do the slidey scale. Do it again. Slide and skip a string. Rhythmic motif. Use repetition. Ends. Hey, you got the idea of some of those. One last trick to show you. This takes a little bit of practice to get this down. This is called a pick harmonic. You take your pick, I'm gonna hold my finger up here by it like this. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let the end of my finger stick up just past the edge of my pick. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do an upstroke on a note. Okay, there's the upstroke, there's the pick. Now here's with my finger just underneath it. Ooh. It makes a little chimey harmonic. It's upstrokes on these, not downstrokes. Let's give that a try. All right, we'll go ahead and call it there. Hope you found this fun, got some ideas going. Give it a try. Make this thing your voice. Nothing I played here was fancy. No Joe Satriani, no Steve Vai stuff. I had barely a little bit of compression and a tiny bit of distortion on here just to give me a little bit of sustain. But I want you to hear clear notes. If I really saturated this thing out and made it all metal, it still works pretty much the same way. But I want you to be able to hear just what the guitar itself is doing. Thanks again for watching. Please like, subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers this year. Check out all the other stuff. There's acoustic stuff. There's a 6-string banjo stuff. There's all kinds of stuff here. And it's growing. I try to add something new each week. Thank you again for watching. Take care, everybody.